My wife had one rule I was never allowed to break. I was never to step inside her private resort. For 29 years, I never questioned her. Then she passed away. 3 days after her funeral, a lawyer placed a small brass key in my hand and quietly said, "Your wife wanted you to have this after she was gone." I thought I had been given a property. I had no idea I had been given the truth about my marriage. My name is Arthur Bennett. I was married to Claire for 29 years. From the outside, we looked like the kind of couple people envied. We had a comfortable home, grown children, and enough money to live peacefully. But there was one part of Claire's life I was never allowed to touch. A private resort she had inherited from her father. Every summer, Claire disappeared there for several weeks. Whenever I asked to come with her, she would become strangely cold. She always gave me the same answer. "Arthur, that place is mine. Please respect that." I respected her wishes because I loved her. I never imagined that my trust would become my greatest regret. One winter morning, Claire became seriously ill. Her condition worsened quickly. During her final days, she rarely spoke about the resort. Then one evening, she held my hand and whispered, "Promise me you will never hate me for what you find." I asked what she meant. She closed her eyes and said nothing. A few days later, she was gone. After the funeral, I felt like half of my life had disappeared with her. Then a lawyer named Martin Cole visited my house. He placed an envelope on my table. Inside was a brass key and a letter from Claire. The letter contained only one sentence. "When you are ready to know everything, open the blue house." I almost threw the key away. Instead, curiosity took over. I drove to the resort alone. The property looked beautiful from the outside. But the moment I opened the blue house, my heart sank. There were photographs everywhere. Photographs of Claire with people I had never met. There were financial documents, old letters, medical records, and finally, a locked wooden box with my name written across it. Inside the box was something that broke me. Claire had secretly been paying the medical expenses of several families in the nearby town. For years, she had also been using the resort as a shelter for people who had nowhere else to go. But there was something even more painful. I found documents showing that Claire had discovered our business partner had been stealing money from our company. She had spent years quietly collecting evidence. She never told me because she knew confronting him immediately would destroy our family financially. She had protected our future without taking credit for it. Then I found her final letter. She explained why she kept the resort secret. Years earlier, when our business was struggling, she had promised herself that if we ever became successful, she would use part of the money to help people who reminded her of her own difficult childhood. She was afraid I would think she was wasting our money, so she carried the secret alone. But the final page revealed something I never expected. Claire had left the entire resort to me, not to sell, not to keep as a private vacation home. She wanted me to continue what she had started. For the first time in 29 years, I understood my wife completely. My revenge was not against Claire. It was against the people who had tried to take advantage of her kindness. I confronted our former business partner with the evidence she had collected. He lost everything he had stolen and faced the consequences through the proper legal process. Then I made my own decision. I refused to sell the resort. I turned it into the place Claire had dreamed of building. A safe home for families going through difficult times. Years later, people still ask me why I never sold such valuable property. I simply smile and say, because my wife spent her whole life building something worth more than money. Sometimes the person we think is keeping secrets from us is actually carrying a burden for us. And sometimes the greatest revenge is not destroying someone. It is taking the pain they caused you and turning it into something good. Claire left me a key, but what she really left me was the truth, and the courage to finish what she started. I spent 29 years believing my wife had kept me outside the most important part of her life. In the end, I discovered she had been protecting a dream. The resort was never her secret escape. It was her secret promise. And after she was gone, I finally understood why she had always told me, "One day, Arthur, you will understand." She was right. I just wish she had lived long enough to see me open that door.